an all-new podcast network. 4 shows, 4 hosts, 1 powerhouse of paranormal and cryptid entertainment all week long. Ghost Cats and Cryptids, joining the Banter with Richie B podcast network every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join researcher Jean Tewksbury as she dives into the world of mountain lions, the elusive predators known as ghost cats. Jean also explores cryptids, separating fact from folklore and asking the questions others won't. Kick off your week on Tuesdays with the one and only Wojo, host of Home of the Boom. He's diving deep into the world of cryptids, Bigfoot, and the mysteries that shake the woods. Interviews, investigations, and the loudest boom in the cryptid community. Every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fridays get a little darker and a whole lot prettier. Join Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal, where makeup meets the macabre. It's Sam After Dark, spooky storytelling, and her fan favorite segment, Cooking for the Dead. Tune in every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for glam, goosebumps, and all things ghoulish. And every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the flagship show returns. Banter with Richie B live, featuring Richie B and Wojo. From updates to investigations to wild discussions, this is the core of the network. Raw, real, and always unpredictable. Spend your Saturday evenings with the duo that started it all. 4 nights of content, 4 incredible hosts, cryptids, ghosts, glam, stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. This is the Banter with Richie B podcast network.
For all being on here, and remember, we are home of the What's up, everybody? Hey, happy Tuesday and welcome to Home of the Boom. I'm your co-host. Actually, I'm your host, Wojo. Jeez, I've been so used to being co-host. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. Well, welcome everybody. Today we got an exciting day. Before I start off with that, by the way, it's a kick-ass thumbnail by my co-host and producer, Richie B. Great job. And the guest commercials that we have is our very own executive producer and badass on the digital creations, Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal. Check her out, by the way, on Sam's Pretty Paranormal on Friday nights at 9 o'clock. Kick-ass shows. So welcome to the home. Welcome to Banter with Richie B Podcast Network. We're a worldwide platform. You'll find us on Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Dark Realm TV, where fear lives, HLO Media, Media Squatch, and of course, our very, very own SNX Radio. Check all those platforms out, by the way. They're kick-ass, and you'll find a lot of interesting stuff on there. So today we have a very own friend of ours here. His name is JJ Messenger, the chosen one. JJ is from Western Mass, and he's had his encounters out here in our very own state where me and Richie are. We're in southeastern Massachusetts in the Bridgewater Triangle. But before we get to JJ, I want to bring in our very own co-host, badass producer now on my show. Sorry, Sam. Our very own Richie B, the banter.
The banter. Come on, guy. Give me a second. You're like, What's up? Oh, wait. Where are we? Boom. No, the wrong show. Jesus. What the hell's going on, kid? Get your head out of your ass. We got a show to do. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the home of the boom. Boom chakalaka. Yeah. So I've been sick for like 100 days, right? I don't know what's going on. And it's probably like the winter stuff with all the dust in the house. And my sons were sick, so I got their cold. And on top of that, I got allergies, wicked bad allergies and asthma. And I'm old, so I'm like over here puffing on the inhaler, doing nebulizers. It just sucks. So Sam was at standby to do co-hosting. And I'll try to mute as many times as I can with my coughing. And then, we got a little bit of a delay with JJ where he is, internet wise, nobody's fault. But so there's a little bit of a delay. So I'm like, man, I'm not going to do that to you because it is a little bit extra work. So everybody be patient. JJ is a good friend of Ernie's, and any good friend of Ernie's is family to us. So that's the way it rolls. That's the way we roll around here, You want to say hi to everybody, brother, real quick? And thank you for the compliments. I appreciate that. I'm trying to figure things out. And Sam's the one, the only one on the team that was doing, like digital stuff. And I'm like, man, I got to get in there and learn this shit. It's got my name on it. You know what I mean? So, so I got in there and she showed me one thing. And then, I get kind of creative. I love creating. So it's a lot of fun. So thank you for the compliments. Everybody enjoy the show. JJ's got some great evidence that he brought here. I uploaded it for you, boss man. And, just like I said, a little bit of a delay, lag, like an internet or whatever it is. So just be patient, wait for the answers. And you guys have been here before. You know how it works. You guys are all veterans. Hell, these people on the side have been around these podcasts a lot longer than us, bro. These guys are veterans. Yeah. Let's say hi.
Let's go. Right. Who's the first one that we see on here?
Oh, I already know, man. I already know because I was in here before everybody. But I don't count. You can't win your own prizes, right?
Yeah.
That's Gary, man. Gary's been a gift, huh?
Gary Spikes,
dude. He's
a legend.
I love having him around, bro. He says hi Wojo as well. So, good dude,
Gary's
man.
Awesome.
Super pumped to have people like him here and gravitating towards us. I love that.
Very interested in his backstory too. He's a super dude.
Oh, look at that. Rachel was a close second. Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Lori Ladd. Lori Ladd's in the house. I'm her favorite. I know.
When there's Gary, there's Lori. How's that? The Dynamite Twins.
The Dynamite Twins.
The Dynamite Twins. Thank
Mary,
you for being on
Mary
here.
Newbert. Mary Newbert. Love you, Mary.
Love you, Mary. Great to see you, hon.
I'm glad I figured out how to like just scroll down this list and not try to squeeze that side over there. So much better. Gene Tewksbury. Very own.
Gene. Very own Gene.
Oh, what an honor having. Imagine that we have Gene Tewksbury in our family. Remember we used to like just go, hey, we got to talk to that lady up in Maine that the Vogel brothers told us about. Remember we say that?
I know.
I'm like, dude, you see her stuff? I love the way she researches. And now she's like part of the family. I'm like,
I know, just like that.
I love it. Living the dream, baby.
I know.
Living the dream.
She's a hell of a researcher, guys.
Ghost Cats and Cryptids host Gene Tewksbury Sunday nights at 6 p.m. You will learn a thing or two. Trust me. You will absolutely learn a thing or two. And it's cool as hell because we talk about cryptids and everything like that. But basically the terminology for like cryptids or definition for cryptids is something that they believe isn't around no more, right? Well, Gene saw what they believe isn't around no more. So she is dead set against anybody saying there isn't. So she's going to find it to prove it and show them that there are ghost cats, mountain lions up in Maine. And she's going to prove it. I guarantee you she'll be the one to prove it. 100%.
Oh, absolutely. She's a hard worker, man.
Animal. I can't wait to get up to Charm and Fair Farm. We're going to start running our promos for Charm and Fair. And I actually have a video for Charm and Fair. And I think that's completed, right? I know you sent it to me, Sam, but I don't know if you sent me just a copy without it being completed. But yeah, we'll be up in Candia, New Hampshire on June 27th and 28th. We are actually the MCs, the hosts of the Charm and Fair Farm Bigfoot weekend, basically. You know what I mean? So they kind of gear it towards kids and stuff. And we get all these kids come up to you with these shirts on, asking you questions about Bigfoot. We're going to do a Q&A this year. We'll be up there with a Q&A. We're going to have a lot more involvement, and a lot of the guests now are going to be there all day. They don't have to go cycling through, you know what I mean? Because the parking thing that they had an issue with.
And what's cool, Rich, is that we do have our podcast station, and we do meet a lot of people.
Tons of people, dude. Tons of people. It's going to be
the
so
same
badass.
ones are coming back, and they're awesome. Awesome people.
Yeah, they come back, and they're like, oh, and then they message me on Facebook. Hey, I met you with my son. Remember that nice message I got from that father about his son and stuff and how I inspired him and all that? He wouldn't even go out with them. And since he met us, and now he goes Bigfooting with his dad. It was just, you don't expect that, dude. Like, here we have these nobodies in the middle of nothing, and just trying to share our story and our beliefs and our way of going about research. And you touch a little kid and he's out hanging out with his dad, making memories for his whole life. He'll never forget it. So pretty cool, man. I appreciate that, Matt. If you're out there listening, brother, and sometimes he is, by the way, he always kind of peeks in. He's one of those dudes that sit in the background. Thank you for that, bro. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's badass.
It's a great time, guys.
Oh yeah. So we'll be up there and Gene's going to be there. We'll be missing out on our Sid. We're going to miss out on those whoops from Sid. Yeah. But we are we're going to replace her. Not that she's replaceable. Curious is here as well. With her dad, Mr. Stan Tewksbury. So
hello there, Curious.
Stan the man is going to be up there with us. Yep.
I'm looking forward to hanging out with Stan again.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to share a tent with me, but he keeps saying no. I don't know what the problem is, but I know he's there with his wife, but whatever.
I know.
TM Drake.
Hey, TM Drake. Well, welcome, and thank you for being on here.
Poncho is here. What's up, Poncho? Gianni is here. What's up, Gianni?
Poncho,
let's get rolling here. CP's in the house. Hang in there, JJ. We got a lot of friends and a lot of air in our lungs. We're coming for you, but there's Dragon here. All things Dragon. Oh yeah. Dragon D's nuts. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. I don't know if you can say that out there. It's not like I'm monetized or anything. Susan's here. Hello, Susan. The happiest medium of them all. Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal.
Hey.
What up, Sam? Sam.
What's up, Sam?
Martin's here.
What's up, Martin?
Yeah, Wojo, you got friends, man. I don't get friends. Let's see. I'm working. I got the finger scrolling. We're good.
Yeah.
Denny O'Donnell, our boy Denny. What's up, Denny?
Hey, Denny-O. What's up in him, brother?
Bob's with a Z Majors. Huh. That looks sus. Who's that?
Well,
wonder who that is.
Well, welcome. Thank you for being on here, Bill.
Welcome, Bob. Robin Smith is in the house. I said Big Andy. No, I didn't say Big Andy. Bada is here. I deserve Bob's.
Say Robin.
Bob's with a Z says, I deserve it. I deserve a thing. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying I deserve that. That's nice. Christina Spencer is in the house. Hello, Christina. Tim Vogel, the legend Tim Vogel. That's right, Jim. Pony Boy's in the house. Back to you, Bob. All right, let's go. Moon at noon, baby.
Moon at noon.
Moon at noon.
What's
Good
up,
to see you
Moon at
guys.
noon?
Good to see you guys. I don't know. You think they can see us? I don't know. Do you? You think they can see us, Bob? This is with a Z?
Maybe.
Sam, check your text message. Stan the Man. All right, I think that's it. I think we made it, man. You want to get JJ? Kelly Porter just came in right when we're about to. Hello.
Kelly
Mooncat.
Porter, what's happening, brother?
Mooncat Ops is here. What's up?
All
right, good. All right, boss.
Yeah,
that's everybody.
Hello, everybody.
You got 30 watching. It's up to you, boss man.
All right. Let's go meet our guest, the chosen one from the Winsted Wildman Research, Mr. JJ Messenger.
JJ Messenger. Oh, sorry.
Welcome, JJ.
Hello.
Great to see you, bud.
Thank you.
He's over here going,
Thank you for having me.
He goes, what did Ernie get me into?
Well, thank you for being on here, and yes, you know Ernie, and you had your encounters out by Ernie, but you guys never really knew each other, correct?
No, I never heard of Ernie. I never knew his encounter until after I started experiencing things. And knowing that his experience was very close to my area that I was researching blew me out of the water. I mean, that was amazing.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get into your experiences with the Sasquatch, JJ?
Well, I used to do paranormal. I used to do the haunted houses. I joined up with Considine, who's a demonologist. He's trained by Ed Warren. I did paranormal stuff for more than a decade. And during the shutdowns of 2020, I decided to explore the forest. I've always been into the subject of near where I grew up. Winsted being a town in Northwest Connecticut. It's right near the Massachusetts border. And after researching the legend of the wild man, I thought maybe I would try to see if there was evidence for a continuing presence of a Bigfoot type creature. And I started discovering your traditional phenomena, the stick structure and the foot impressions and all of that.
Did you have a question, Rich?
No, I did not. I'm just listening.
I thought you were going to say something.
I'm enjoying it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty wild, JJ. And so have you heard others, like, neighbors or other people talk about, any sort of encounters going in your area, or, that got you involved in the wild?
Yes, there were a few people that had mentioned to me about their encounters around the Barkampson Reservoir in Connecticut, at my grandparents' farm in Massachusetts. All of this is pretty close to where Ernie had his encounter. It's all in the same general range of, say, 10 to 20 miles.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I mean, we have our friend the Vogel brothers that are out. The researchers out in Western Mass, and there's been like a lot of stories that they hear through a lot of neighboring people, and they have all these town hall meetings and so on and so forth. And yeah, there's been a lot going on in your neck of the woods of the Sasquatch activity. Yeah, so let's talk about like your activity and so you've been researching out there now, and what have you been coming up with, like with the tree structures? Like what kind of tree structures have you been finding? Start off with that.
Well, mostly the teepee style, the triangles. But there might be intersectional trees towards the top, like making a horizontal dash across the structure. A lot of triangles, a lot of X's. Some of the structures are on the ground. Some are made out of small branches. Now, the ones made out of small branches, I was wondering if that would be maybe youth, like a Sasquatch young doing perhaps learning or practicing or playing. You get the asterisks. You get like 6 or 7 sticks that are making an asterisk.
Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
All sorts of wild stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm like listening to him because it's interesting the way the different points of view on the structures. Because I'm a big structure guy, JJ. That's where I kind of started, as I shared with you, with your thumbnail and things like that. And when you see those structures, you just know that one instantly was zero weather. There was no chance. But what I like to do is go to the top of the structure, work my way to the ground, and I try to minus the weather with every little detail that I see. Whether it's resting on a little stick and it was supposed to fall 40 feet away, it should have broke that stick, and I start taking that percentages away. Or like you said, there's that dash or a cross or it's blended in somewhere. And then I stop minusing until I get below 50%. And then I keep working and see if I can find it. If I can't find it, if it's 50-50, it's 50-50. But if it goes down below like 30, then that's it for me. I'm sold. You know what I mean? And now I've seen the other thing I saw on my property that's really underrated was a sapling that was at a 360 twist. I'm talking all the way around from knot to knot. You can see where the knot kind of split in half, and then the other side of it, you can see where it almost lined up again. So you knew that knot came around the trunk. And it wasn't big. It was like this, but it was twisted all the way around, as if somebody just twisted that thing around, man, and then just laid it down right next to my game trail, as if to say, "Yep, I'm here, and check out what I can do." And I remember stopping at that 360, going, "You need thumbs to do that." You know what I mean? So I like how you put like the dash. Now the dash that you're talking about, where you see those? Are you seeing those in the middle of structures, or are they just laying on branches on their own? Just to try to get a good
usually feel. Towards the top of the structure.
Gotcha.
Towards the top of the structure.
All right, good. Because I want to look for one to see if, because I like to compare when we have guests. Yeah. Because that's what we should be doing as researchers, right?
Yeah. I mean, go like the asterisks. I mean, we have like several of those, which is like pretty cool. And we have the rectangles with the stick going up and above. There's one thing I've noticed, Gary, about the tree structures and the shapes, and I did a segment on the letters, the shapes, and it's all like spiritual meaning. That's what's going on. And oh wow,
that's your structure.
Yeah,
that's our structure. That's our asterisk. One of the asterisks that we found.
Yeah.
Is something like that look familiar to you, JJ, if I can interject?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, that's huge. I like that. That's good.
I found some on the ground too. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Is that I'm sorry, Wojo. Is that dash similar to what you're talking about? Like across the top there?
Not really. The more chaotic, not quite as organized.
Oh, I got chaos. Yeah, I sure do.
So, well, how about this, JJ? A little background, like your landscape. I mean, you're in a mountainous region area. I mean, is it flat land?
Chaos.
Yeah.
It's very hilly. It's got some small mountains, but a lot of valleys. Ledge, quartz, very common rock ledge up there, and a lot of Native American history to go along with it.
Interesting. The reason why I ask is because there are people that are very skeptic on what we show and tree structures, that Mother Nature can do it, what have you. Okay, and they will say, well, there's probably a bunch of kids out there and that are doing all this, but I mean, you're talking trees and branches that are like 5 inches in diameter and above, that they alterate like into massive curves, like the dream catcher Richie showed you. I mean, that's like it's like a 35-40 foot like tree that's like perfectly bent, and I think that I measured approximately like 15 inches in diameter. I mean, it's a huge branch.
Yeah, that's what I made your thumbnail out of right there. That's that was on the board on the other side of it that you're looking at is my property line.
So my point is that
wow.
I mean, who's going to go out there with machines, come along, and do all that type of work in the middle of nowhere? I mean,
nobody.
You don't find any. You don't find trash. You don't find campfires out there. No. But yeah. So I mean, that's kind of cool that we're seeing structures out in Western Mass. I mean, which is. It's a different landscape, different ecosystem compared to what we have down the Bridgewater Triangle, where we're more flat and more swampy. So,
definitely.
Yeah. So, have you had encounters of like, any type of like, sounds out there? I mean, what else have you learned through your research other than the tree structures?
At first, it was grunts. To approximate the sound, it was like, ooh, like that. Mm-hmm. And that would happen at different spots, at different locations. Not a dog, not a bear, and usually just a singular grunt. That, ooh. So yeah, I started doing the audio recordings as much as I could, leaving recorders in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. And caught lots of vocals, caught lots of strange vocals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We get a lot of strange vocals. We've heard the silent oops, in the brush, and loud howls at night. And also we hear a lot of like owl sounds or other animal sounds that are just not adding right, especially like the owl sounds. We were out at the Colorado Critter Fest out in Russell, Mass with the Vogel brothers. And there's about 11 of us researchers because we found they have a pit, a stone dust pit that we found prints out there. And when we went out there, we decided to do a nighttime investigation, about 11 of us, and including Gene Tewksbury, who's out in the chat, and Ernie Davio. And so we were out there and we all heard the typical owl sounds. I mean, you just hear them everywhere. Woo, woo! It's that hook at the end, it just doesn't add right. So you must get the same.
Yeah. One of my videos has but not quite, because it has that typical woo cool. And then it drops off with that wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a hook, and
very
like
different.
like a hook, and it gets a little graspy, right?
Yeah.
We heard
Now we heard that, JJ, and
many times, really.
And again, we had like the other researchers there, and it kept going off. And I said, you know what? It's time to put the banter in the ring. So I pushed Richie out there. Go get him. And our friend Mike Tinsley's like, hey, he goes, what's going on? He goes, just watch this. And Richie started like doing the owl sounds, and he started trying to, make these different sounds. And it sounded like chaos in the tree lines. There was like, was it 2 or 3 separate calls there, Rich? And you got
I got them. What I like to do is kind of reel them in, right? I do what they're doing. I let the rhythm start going back till I time the space perfectly when they're responding to me in my head, and then I can really do impressions pretty well, so it's pretty easy for me, and my lungs are ridiculous. So then once I get them going like 4 or 5 times, I'll get that space. I'll delay slightly, and then I'll come out with like a, and you can almost hear them stop and think. It goes quiet, and they're like, they start like yelling at each other. And another one jumped and went like, "Where the hell did that guy come from?" They were like arguing back and forth, like, "That guy, it's that guy." I told you about that guy.
Oh, that's great.
I had one that I was whistling. Oh, I was whistling with one back and forth. And Wojo, it was one of Wojo's first investigations, probably in his earlier time, anyways. And I'm whistling. I'm like, nah, that whistle don't sound right. So I kept whistling. And all of a sudden, you heard the spit and everything because I was messing with him. And I heard it. I heard him like kind of spit. You know what I mean? It was like messed up. Birds don't mess up. They have beaks. So I was like, I got you. You're not a fucking bird. You lose. And I'm like live on YouTube, not even realize it. You lose, dude. And Wojo's like, what the fuck? I have fun with it.
Yeah. Real quick, hello to MS all the way from Canada. And of course, my Gumby mate down under in Australia, Benno. Great to see you on here. Thank you.
Yeah, that's our boy. What's up, Benno?
Yeah.
Benno's due back, man. I got to get him back on the show and find out about Benno.
Yeah, we have to do a segment on Benno.
Interesting.
So JJ, so you have all these like recordings and audio. Now, do you in the woods? Do you like offer them any gifts or anything? Because we have like what we call a gifting chair, and what we do is I use the gifting chair as a form of communication, and so I was like leaving them. I'm like, what do I leave them? So I left them what you call zingers. Zingers are like it's like a raspberry coating with coconut cake with the frosting or whatever. And we've had a lot of success on communication, and perfectly torn. We found prints in the compost. We had 2 different size prints, like size 14 by 7.5 and a 17 by 7. So I'm like, wow. And there's a lot of saliva because it was very, very smooth. Now, do you do any sort of gifting out in your area?
Oh yes.
Sorry, you said
there was an area behind my home that a certain log, I would call it the gifting log, and I would leave peanut butter at first. And at first they weren't taking it, but after a few weeks, they started apparently dipping into it with a stick. Soon they were taking the peanut butter and cleaning out the whole container. I mean, spotless clean. Just was washed in a dishwasher.
There it is.
Jars of honey.
I got you, Rich. Mm-hmm.
You guys just hear that? Did everybody on the side just hear what he just said?
Yep.
I want everybody, listen, he's in Connecticut. We know of him. We don't know him. He just described exactly what's going on in our area. There's the peanut butter with the stick that I've kept. It's been here for over a year. Good peanut butter. You should try it. And then they started cleaning it out spotless. And what do I always say? Like it came out of a dishwasher, dude. You were verbatim what I've said. Verbatim, man.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
What does that tell you guys? But listen. This is. I'm sorry. This is important.
No, go ahead.
This is very important for the research, man. If you're out there researching, man, I always say, don't be a gatekeeper, dude. Don't be a gatekeeper. Don't shit on other researchers, no matter their beliefs, no matter their process. Just go find out what they're doing and have a conversation with them, the person. Once you find out the person is a good person, man, everything that he's doing is with good intent. Once that good intent is established, look what starts happening. Look what starts happening. They were testing you. That's why they take that delay, JJ. When you hand them, when we handed them peanut butter, they kind of knew who I was for a decade. I didn't tell anybody about it. So it happened really fast with the peanut butter for us. But what I went through was, and someone told me, and I actually read this and I discussed it with somebody. I didn't even know they were across the country. I was messaging back and forth with them because they had something that looked familiar to me. So I talked to them. And one of the things they said is that these beings, they'll observe you. They will leave little subtle hints, and you ought to find those clues. And if you find those clues, they know that that's the type of thinker that they want to try to communicate with. Because you're not just running around everywhere going, oh, guess what? Yeah, well, I'm a critical thinker, so this is what I believe to be true. They know you're not doing that because you're that certain type. That's what they need in order to stay secluded and away from people. So they tested you, and it took a few weeks because you probably kept going back out there. You probably kept trying to, communicate with them. You kept finding these little things, the dashes, the branches broken, twisties, whatever, prints. And it wasn't like you were running around the woods going, look at iPod. And, they were watching you, dude. And once they felt they trusted you, they ate the peanut butter. That's what I feel. So if you don't communicate with each other, if we don't have this conversation right now, I don't know that this and this is going on in Connecticut or Massachusetts at the time. Even I don't know which one it is. So, thank you.
Yeah, I took it as a trust issue. Yeah, exactly. I took it as a trust issue, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yep, they subtly and slowly accepting the gift, but not right away.
Yep. Right. And I've heard that before. And again, we didn't go through that because I believe it's the same clan that I've had an established relationship from my backyard for many years. So they knew me, they knew my scent, they knew my demeanor. I always waved to them. I always thanked them for letting me come out there in their yard. You know what I mean? And they've always respected it. They didn't ever come across my fence, and they could have. There was pots, obviously anytime they wanted. And I had a gift and stump. They lean right over the fence and take it. And you could tell because the compost would be pushed down, and there'd be a big old print in the compost, which is tough to tell, but you can see the difference when you get to know the compost. But yeah, I because that didn't happen by the time Wojo and I got together and we were out in our area that we're in now, and we set up the gifting chair. It was pretty close to immediate when things started getting eaten and taken. But to hear you say the dishwasher pot, do you ever smell the peanut butter jar after?
No, I didn't know any.
Mm-hmm. So I smell them because I'm weird.
I do have hairs. I do have some hairs, though.
From the peanut butter jars?
Yes.
A little delay. Yeah. Oh, that's cool because we got one too from a peanut butter jar. We actually have pictures of it and stuff, and the hair's right over there in a bag. But for me, maybe next time if you get back out and do that with the peanut butter, if you smell it, first of all, you can smell breath, right? Which isn't always pleasant, right? It's kind of breathy and minty, right? And one of the things we found, I remember we were looking around and I started seeing these little branches broken off of these little similar plants. I didn't know what the plants were, but they were all over in like off out of the gifting area. In other words, if there was one right next to the gifting chair, they wouldn't have broke it. They were trying to be subtle and break groups of it, like in different areas. And we looked it up, and it was a peppermint. Was it peppermint bush? Is that what it's called?
Pepper bush. Yeah.
Yeah, a pepper bush. So it had a minty smell. And I think what they're doing is they're taking it and they're putting it in, and they swoop it around and eat the leaf and everything with the peanut butter on it. And in turn, they get every little nook and cranny out of the peanut butter jar. Just a theory, something maybe you could, analyze with your research going forward and let us know, compare notes. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Like JJ, like just a quick follow up, JJ, is that like Tim Vogel, he's a field guide, as you know, and we were out like pretty close to your area up in one of the mountains with Ernie Davio, and he handed me this little piece from that bush. He goes, here, he goes, put that in your water, it'll keep it minty and hydrate you, and you can suck on it. And he was right. And then after, I think it was like several weeks later, that's when Richie noticed like how clean the peanut butter jar was, but yet where the peanut butter jar is, the little plucks from the bush, because it had that menthol smell. It was kind of like that rough breath, but it's got that menthol smell. And I was like, dude, they gotta be like swirling it and just maybe like eating the leaves from it. And also pepper, the pepper bush, which is like peppermint mint that repels against critters. So that's why people say, well, that could have been, a squirrel. Squirrel could have got into the peanut butter, or other rodents, mice, whatever. But no, not with these bushes around. So I know you have loads of them in your area. Is it so?
Oh yeah.
So, and do they like gift back or anything, JJ, or do you just like leave them the peanut butter, or? Oh, you got a big smile. What do you got?
After a few months, I started to find feathers on my walking trail. Turkey feathers and a few hawk feathers.
All right, it's getting fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, this is. Yeah. So for all you guys out there, I mean, I met, JJ, and we had like little conversations, whatever, but didn't tell us everything. Okay. So this is like organic stuff here. So I don't have any notes, nothing. So that's the hawk feathers that he has.
I have a collection. Yes.
Hawky and the turkey. Blowing my mind, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Is everybody on the side paying attention to this? Come on, focus here. Help me out. You guys have been out on the lives. You know what we find. You know what we go through. It's mind blowing, dude. Seriously, I love it. I love it, dude.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, I was like looking for my notes because, so one day I was talking to Ernie, and talking about feathers and things like that. That's like nearby that we find and whatever.
Excuse me for a minute.
Yeah. And I'm like thinking everything in the woods is like spiritual. So I'm thinking, all right, well, there's a hawk feather that we found. So I decided to look up the hawk feather of the meaning for it. And I was kind of like blown away because it does fall under Native American culture. And, that rocks, the rocks have meanings. The shapes of the tree structures, like I said, the letters. So it's pretty interesting of what's going on out in these woods, and you're getting it too. I mean, it's funny because people say, well, we find these things way out in Pacific Northwest or Alaska, all the bigger places, but here in Massachusetts, I mean, no one really talks about what goes on, but I'll tell you, there's a lot of stuff happening in these woods, and I think it's pretty fascinating. But have you ever find like any sort of like rocks like that they leave behind, or do you gift them any like smooth rocks? I have, and I just want to hear what you.
I haven't found any rocks. No.
Yeah, because I would leave them like these small rocks, and one day they took one of my rocks, and smooth. It was like a quartz, and we were looking for the zinger wrapper, and there's a creek like about 40, 50 feet away, and Richie found it, and there's like a piece of bark by this like big log that looked like something sat on it and blew it apart, like it was fresh. and because we could see like some prints nearby and what have you. But that missing rock was on a piece of bark laying right beside where the wrappers were. Something physically grabbed that rock from that chair and moved it 50 feet away. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah, they put a zinger wrapper on the log. Yeah. Now, have you gotten any intelligent responses, JJ? You feel that they know you?
Yes. Yes, they call me by name.
You've heard them call you name?
Yes. I have recordings of it.
Yeah, we need to talk backstage, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk backstage.
Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff, man.
That's absolutely amazing. I'm going to show some of his pictures if it's all right with you, boss.
Yeah, let's show show everyone here around the world here what JJ has in his area. Yeah, check out that PayPal, guys, and please, anything you like to donate. Sam just posted it up, and it's a Banter with Richie B PayPal, and please, goes towards the research, and because this is what keeps us going here.
All right, so I just put them in order. I don't know what order it is. I just did it, but I was looking at some of his fingerprints. One of them I might put on the wall. We're coming up on 8 o'clock, but I don't care because I'm locked in now, bro. Like, he's got my attention. Dude's got my attention. What do you got here, JJ? What's going on with this fingerprint, brother? Delay. Is he frozen?
I don't see him.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, I think he's froze. Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, he went out. Oh, yeah, his picture's still on the screen. Hang on, he's coming back. Oh. Hey, there he is.
All right.
There he is. What's up, bro? Yeah, no big deal. We know that stuff's going to happen. No worries. What's up with his fingerprint, man?
Bad connection.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm not worried. We're not scared, bro. We're good to go.
On my old car, print.
Oh, wow.
So were you out in the woods researching and you come back and that was there? Or did you wake up in the morning at your house and it was there? Like, how did you get that print?
It was at my house.
Nice. So you wake up in the morning and you come out and that's what you find. And then you start looking around every morning you must have looked at it. You're looking for a print. I know I would. Yep.
And last
for all you viewers out there, just
you were
we have a little bit of
thermal
delay.
ridges.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were talking dermal ridges here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got a few of them in here though. Are they all at different times?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. I might put one up on the wall so we can check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big old finger, man. Look at that one.
Yeah, they all go parallel.
Yeah, this one looks familiar, I bet.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice one.
Oh, yeah.
Let me do this.
Excuse me.
Let's get in there and take a look. Because I love research. Oh, hey, girl. Yeah, look at it. There's no swirls in them. No swirls, dude. Isn't that crazy?
Hey, Angelo. Thank you for being on here. Yes.
If that's genuine, those ridges are not human. Yeah, we got some too. We're going to actually put them on the wall. And what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to compare what he has compared to what we have on our wrapper and kind of get a look at them. Right, guys? That's kind of what you do it, you know. Did you lift the print? Lori wants to know, JJ. She put it in caps, so she's yelling at me.
No, I didn't. I didn't lift the print. Just photographed.
Mm-hmm. Yep, no, that's fine. We actually bought a fingerprinting powder kit. It makes a great mess.
Wow.
Yeah, we were playing around with it. Oh my God, we got it all over each other. It was horrible.
Yeah, yeah, we were frolicking. I was like, oh my God, look at your dermal ridges. What's this here? JJ, what's this? Looks like a finger shape or something.
This is what I think is a finger mark. It's it was oily and muddy and water resistant. It stayed on my car for months, you know.
Wow.
Very, very interesting, oily.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm trying to pick up. There's another print here, and he's got some other ones that are you're gonna get a chuckle at, Woj. Oh, there we go. Oh God, dude. Wow, what's the size? Look at the size of that. That looks like little hair too at the top.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
It looks like you dabbed a little bit of hair. Like I can't really point it out here, but
I'm just looking at like the top left. Dude, that thing is huge.
You sure that's his finger, JJ?
I'm not sure.
Well, if it's not his finger, we have his answer. He has a human one, I would say.
Real quick, horror. Christine, I noticed like a while back you did ask a question. I'm sorry because we had a little bit of a delay with JJ. What she was asking if you can cast off a fingerprint.
I think you could.
I think like if you box it,
I'm sure that
I don't know.
I'm sure that law enforcement people have a way to preserve these things. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it is a little bit more complex when it comes to stuff like that. Do you have Scaniverse? It's a 3D scanner. Do you have that app for your phone?
No, I should get it though.
Yes, I love it, man. I learned about that when I first met Alex Petikoff up in New Hampshire, and he showed me that Scaniverse. And I'm telling you, dude, when you're in a situation where you can't really scan something, the weather's coming in, or it's an iffy print, you pull it up on that Scaniverse, man, and you can really start seeing some details, and you can like zoom into like the footholes, the toe holes, and look around. And yeah, I definitely highly, highly recommend it. Even with that like finger that you think is a oily finger side of a finger, I assume that's what you thought, because it looked like it was like this. But anyways, even with that, you could zoom in real slow and get a 3D rendering of that. I think that would be huge for that type of type of evidence. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool stuff, man. Was it some of these comments? I'm sorry.
Told me to put down the pipe and keep my pants up.
Angeloni was saying, thanks, guys. Take a look at the fingerprint found on a cave painting. It's supposed to be a Neanderthal fingerprint. The ridge patterns looks pretty close to yours. Spooky close.
Yeah. Yep. I think we should compare them back and forth on the wall. What do you guys think? Let me see what we got here. Gary, thank you so much. Yeah, that thing's huge, man. Let's check it out. Well, real quick, let's go through some of these pictures and then we'll do that, because I think there's another one, right? Is this the one I had up already that I thought was interesting? I got to make sure. So yeah, that's the one I want to check out. I think that's kind of the closest I can get. This one is the closest I can get with the ridge lines, Oh, thank you, Benno. Thank you, Benno. Thank you for that, dude.
Gumby. Thank you, brother.
I've been thinking about him a lot. I've been worried about him lately. I don't know. He did seem a little off. And then when he said the blood moon, I get it, because that dude's a sensitive dude, and that Like sensitive meaning like a sensitive, you know what I mean? Or empathetic, or however that word, you know. An empath. Yeah, that's the word.
Empath.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Thank you, Benno. Oh, look at this. What's going on here? Is that your window of your car? Same thing. You come out of your house in the morning and there's prints on the window?
Yes. Yes, same with thing.
Ever find prints or around the car or anything like that?
I think that's a windowsill, is it?
On the back
of his car.
Yep.
On the back. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's my car.
That's a 1978 Chrysler.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Lacar. Yes, weatherman. Green screen or something like that. That's right. Yeah, Benno's the man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm loving these pictures, man. I love the story. I didn't, it's funny how close they really are, dude. It's so wild, dude. All right, let me check out some of these prints. Now, tell me if you guys have seen this before, like, last month. See these? Oh, I gotta zoom. I gotta make it smaller. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
That look familiar? Same thing, though. You get those little points on the side. I always think that's like hair clumping up with snow. As it walks, it's kind of breaking through and leaving that little extra side, marking, so to speak, right?
Yeah. Long stride.
How far of a stride do you think that is?
Really
JJ?
long stride. About 40.
So he's at about 48. So we've had 53, 73, and the other one I don't even count because it sounds impossible, but it was 94. But I don't know what the hell that would be. So, but the prints were huge.
Wow.
It was wild. Yeah, dude. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really count that as evidence. I'll talk about it, see if anybody else can compare to that. But that was recently. That was a couple of weeks ago with me, Denny, Andy, and was it Andy? Yeah, Andy and Wojo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was pretty wild, man. And we measure that. We do everything right on YouTube Live. We measure everything right on YouTube Live so everybody can see how we're measuring and things. And you can see this one, man. Look at this thing. All one straight, it's going, walks, of course, and angles, but there's no two-stepping. And that's a shovel right there for comparison, which I thought was a smart move.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't use that one to shovel snow, though. Just saying. Right? Yeah, you guys getting this, man? Now, we didn't know it. We didn't know any of this. I didn't know about the peanut butter, the stick, the dishwasher comment. I didn't know any of this. The hawk, the turkey feather. We didn't know any of this. And this is why I love and I encourage Wojo. It's his show. He does whatever the hell he wants with it. But I encourage to research organically. Bring your guest in and just get to know them right there live on the air. Because, if you know all this stuff, it takes a lot away from it. And to learn that on the air, man, it just blows my mind. It just adds a little something to it, man, because it's completely organic. We're meeting him for the first time. We know of him through Ernie Davio. I don't know all his details of his story. And you guys are sitting there watching us live, and you know exactly what we've been through. So when he says something, you're going ding, 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 as well as me and Wojo. So it just makes it so much more amazing, I think, if it's organic. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, when you stepped away for a real brief moment, I did bring that up. That I
heard you.
That we spoke So, but yet, not like what he has, and like I said, to see all this stuff, and it's like it's great comparison. It's just unbelievable stuff. Robin Smith has a question, JJ. Do you have dogs? And if so, do they go around the vehicles after they have touched them? Meaning the Bigfoot touched them.
No dogs.
Wait.
No.
No dog. No dogs. That would be a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I put this up earlier because he mentioned compost. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that. Look how deep it is, dude. We know compost, bro. You got down that far. Was there more than one, JJ?
Yes, but the other ones weren't as defined.
Gotcha. Yeah, we do the same thing, brother.
By the way, what size foot do you have, JJ? What's your size foot?
Size 10.
I can see toes in that. There's toes.
I can see toes. Oh, you beat me to it.
Ah!
I'm looking at. I just zoomed in. I'm like, I can see toes. They're deep.
Yeah, that's deep, dude. With compost, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that shows a lot of weight.
Stomp that
a lot of
ground.
pressure.
If I stomp.
Oh,
Yeah. If I
think
stomp that ground.
doesn't move, right? Yeah, I got you, bro. We do the same thing. We jump up and down live on YouTube. Like, look at it. You know, back then I weighed 248. By the way, I'm right at 200. And 2 more pounds, I would lose 50 pounds. And that's coming this week, folks. 50-pound loss. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm close.
Wow.
Yep. Don't worry, JJ. I carried it well. I was just as sexy when I was heavy. Don't worry.
Yeah. I was piggybacking, trying to lose the weight.
Yep. We got softball season coming up, and I got the team all together. Wojo, you're gonna like it. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Well, I play with scrappers. The dirtier, the better.
Yeah, that's right. But your foot, I mean, the width, the depth, I mean, that has got some serious weight to that. I mean, that looks like about what, JJ, about 4 inches deep?
Yeah, but even this one, yeah, it does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Benno. Yeah, even that, sometimes I wonder because we've actually used a radiation meter, right? And we have actually had spikes in like structures and in prints because we had heard somebody had told us that somebody had done that. So we tried it. And they say when it hits like 0.30, basically, put down the thing and run. And we were at 0.28 a couple of times. On our radiation spikes. And I wonder with these ones here that's what's killing the grass on the inside. It's not just weight, it's discoloration. So that grass is now dead. So I don't know. It sounds like kind of out there, but I kind of wonder, why is that grass dead? Why isn't it just squished down? You know what I mean? Why isn't it just pushed into the ground a little further and still receiving nutrients and being rooted? This looks like it's just dead in the middle. Like, why is it dead? Why? What did it do?
Several prints with dead grass. Several.
Really? What's your theory?
How about this? What's your theory, JJ? I have a theory.
I was thinking maybe skin oil.
Yes.
Skin oil, perhaps. I wasn't sure.
I just think skin oil would take a long time, but then again, you probably don't know how long they were there. I mean, unless you mowed your lawn one day and came out and they were there the next day. But skin oil, it's a great theory. But I don't know how fast, like if I went out and put baby oil on the grass, say, right, or whatever, would that kill it? What kind of oil is it, that would kill it? I mean, I know petroleum and all that. I get that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, why would it cause the death of the grass in the middle and how quickly would that happen? I got a nice shitty piece of grass on the side of my house. I think we're going to try something out, Wojo. Like, why is that? And again, we've had a radon meter where we have had spikes in the college area, which is another. And it's funny, you talked about teaching the little ones earlier. And when I first did this on my own, I started naming them by what I believed was happening. And one of them was the kindergarten. And I have a picture of it. It has this little teepee at the trunk of a tree. It goes all the way around the trunk of a tree. And it's like an oak tree, but all the branches are pine trees. And they're all perfectly placed around the bottom of this tree, leaning in like a little teepee. And then there was a couple other little mini structures. It was very strange, very subtle. And then I went out to this area because I kept hearing this massive break-in. And it sounded like somebody was just having a mosh pit in my woods. But it was like, 500 yards out. It was out a little ways. So I couldn't hear the distinct noises, but it was still loud from the distance. So I walked into the area that I thought the sound was coming from. And I got there and I named it the high school because it looked, and I went, oh my God, they're teaching the older ones, the juveniles. I call it the high school, everything was like just blown up, dude. It was like knocked down, no bark, crisscross, X's in between trees, resting on nubs, and I'm just standing there going, you could feel the energy from the place. And I was just like, oh my God, this is what all the noise I was hearing. I know now because I placed myself there that it was being done physically. I know that because of the sounds. You know the difference. If it's wind, it's like, oh, you hear the wind and a couple of breaks. That ain't what I was hearing. I was like, it's different. snap, crack, boom, pop. That's different than Mother Nature. And I know the weather anyways because I lived there. It was my backyard. But to go there, so I named it the high school, and then as we went along, we just kept naming them. We have the college, the university, different areas where they're bigger type break areas, and it's like 200 by 200, and everything else is a perfectly green, fresh forest except for this one spot, and it goes in all different directions. So the weather's been ruled out a long time ago, but and we gotten spikes off of there too, electromagnetic field burns. My fault is the electromagnetic. My fault? What'd you do? JJ could stick his shoe in there and still have a lot of space on that big print. You're right. Richie, if you consider the type of pressure, and I will, of the step and the oils, it could kill the grass quick, but how quick? So this is your yard, right? Do you know this specific spot, JJ?
Yes.
Where this print is, and when was the last time you saw, like when did you go there and it was normal grass and then come back and notice this? Is there even any kind of date that, like distance you could find in between those two in your head?
It's been dead all the way up to when I sold the property. So I no longer live there.
Right. But when you, is this a section of your yard that you frequent? Have you seen, you remember seeing this area of grass without these footprints and without the dead grass?
Oh, yeah. But afterwards,
I like this one.
Not really.
So, yeah, it's hard. Right. It's hard to remember that because if it's your yard, you're just running around. You're not looking down at the grass until there's a print in the middle of it with dead grass. Then you notice it. So it's hard to tell. But, I was just curious, long shot. But this is a great point that Christina makes. Or put a compass in the footprint and see if it spins. Mm-hmm. I like that thought. Susan, I didn't understand what you meant. If you could reiterate that a little bit. Have you tried a K2 meter? I have tried a K2 meter. Actually, I have a picture with a K2 meter in a print going off. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. I was a paranormal researcher myself. That's the other thing, JJ, that you kind of blew my mind with. I did paranormal researching for a decade before any of this went down. You know what I mean?
JJ, speaking of paranormal, have you ever used any equipment? That you did your research on paranormal out in these woods? Have you ever used your equipment out there?
The EMF meter? Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't catching any spikes in the EMF.
Okay. Thank you. Well, Rich, you know how people put those, I forgot what kind of tape, but you know how you try to release toxins through your feet.
Oh yeah,
and and you take it off, and it's like black and whatever. I mean,
not hungry.
It's kind of like runs along those lines with their oils. I mean, they do have heavily calloused feet and hands, by the way, too. So I could see like where when we go certain parts of the woods, the ground area and like the trees that they're touching that just die, and the other surrounding, spots are, spotted like perfectly green.
There you go right there, Christina. Oh, like a crop circle. Yeah, so there's my K2 meter starting to go off. It's hit green. It's got a little bit of yellow going off, and you can see there's a clear compost print right there. So, yes, we have done that, and it's something that I would always suggest. A K2 meter is an amazing tool for many things, especially when you're dealing with something that I believe is a first human on a higher frequency than us. But, yeah, and Lori, I've heard that as well. I heard
would explain
people. It would, yeah, for you?
Oh, yeah.
What was that now? No proof, but Scott Carpenter for one. Jessica Jones research partners. Panthers two partners. Awesome questions. Numerous research have passed after encounters with high radiation readings. Yeah. And I hear there's that 2-year timeline, by the way. I don't know if you've heard that before, Lori. Great observation there. Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, I just wanted to show that K2 picture because I have things at the ready around here when I'm, the producer and all. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. big guy. Let's clear some of these out. I love this one, man. I wish I could have seen this one up close. Seriously, dude. This one here I put in the background already, but it's zoomed in a little bit. So it might compare to ours in that sense. This one might be an option as well. It's a little tough to see, but I could turn it sideways for the background. You know that? Let me try that. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it's pretty cool stuff, JJ. How many would you think there's like around your area? I mean, do you see when we go out in the woods, we can hear them flanking and just, walking, and is it like 1, 2, 3? Do you think is it like a family of them?
I think it's a family. I think they're juveniles. And there's one particular one that's over 8 feet tall, extremely low voice.
Really? Can you imitate the voice by any chance, JJ? Like that?
Yeah. But more.
No, I've heard him
more bass.
Yeah, I can't do that. But
yes.
But I've heard them talk back and forth to each other. Like one, it's always that position, the shoulder position. One's here, and they were going back and forth. And the first one said something, and that one replied. And then as soon as he replied, it's funny because as soon as they reply, there's no hesitation. The other one picks right up like it's one long sentence. And then he gave it back to the other guy. But before he did, he made a chest pop. It almost sounded like a tree knock, but I knew there wasn't any trees where they were located. And I was there with this other guy with the 4-letter word there, the 4 letters to that group that, sucks. But and another researcher of the triangle. And we were standing there listening to this. And as soon as he did that chest knock, the big guy on the left picked right up where he left off and just said whatever. And then when he got done, he did a chest pop. So they were literally like, all right, end of sentence, like a period, like end of sentence. Then they went quiet. And I was like, oh, they just told each other to be quiet. Like that was a period at the end of the sentence. And then I remember kind of backing out, waving to him, you know what I mean? And it was real rude. It was like that, and a little touch of Chewbacca mixed in, I don't know if that's something similar that you
cool. Very nice.
It was wild.
Real quick, Noreen, how you doing? Great to see you on here. It's been a long time. And also that popped in is Mr. William Nighthawk. Great to see you. Oseo to you, Bill.
William Nighthawk, God bless you, brother.
Oseo. Me and Lisa, another researcher that comes with us, and I've heard, similar Ruba, and then it's like very short though, Ruo, like they just grumble. And she goes, is that talk? I go, yeah, because they were whooping back and forth in such a close range. And Richie couldn't be there. I think he was away at the time. And I just couldn't believe, and then after, you hear that pop, that mouth pop. And one came from the left, and the other one came to the right. I don't know if you get mouth pops also.
Well,
of a mouth pop after.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mind if I weatherman you show up?
Yeah, go ahead. Thanks, Benno. Hey, listen, we're bringing in some really good researchers, guys. I mean, and JJ, and it's great that JJ's from our state area. Well, he was at the time, and to get this fascinating stuff. But back to you, Bob.
Oh, that's right, everybody. Thank you, and welcome to Banter Richie B's Weather Channel. So I don't know if you've seen this before, JJ. This is a little different, right? So I'm in my basement, and I have a 7 foot by 8 foot cement wall from the foundation, and we painted it with green screen green. So now we can use it for evidence and blow it up. And then we can point things out, like these ridge lines, right? You see it, guys? Whole different picture, ain't it? You see that? Everybody sees that, right? So now what I want to do, because we're here, what we want to do, I want to see the other one too. I think there was this one. I hope I can get that one. It's good. Yeah, I can. Because I can do this to it. You guys seeing all this, man? Look at this technology, huh? Not bad for a caveman. Yeah, look at that. No swirls. No swirls. You see, it does have a little bit of a downward stroke. You know what I mean? Like it goes towards the hand, right? But look at the top. There's almost nothing there. Now that could be less touch. I should move my microphone over because I probably sound far away.
Thank you, Gary. Yes, everyone, hit that like button. Give us that support. We love this. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So, yeah. So, again, wait. All right. There we go. Professor Rich in action. That's right. So, you see that again here, right? You see it's got a little bit of a swoop to it, but it's not swirling, right? Again, right? Just look at your fingers, guys. Look at your thumbs. Right? No swirls, almost straight lines. Now that's interesting because ours looks a little bit straighter, but if it is like ours, then it would be different from ours, correct? Just like every human is different, right? So you would have slight variations in it. Wouldn't you think so, JJ? Wait for it.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yep. Yeah, it's just something, you kind of learn as you go, right? So here's ours on a zinger wrapper. So this one's, I'm zoomed in, aren't I? I don't need to zoom in with this one. Hang on a minute, guys. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I forgot I could move it like this. Here we go. Right? So, yeah, I'll leave it right there. How's that? Good? So same type of thing, right? Look at these lines. Now these are a little straighter. There is a slight variation. Yeah, there's a slight variation, which like humans, we all have a different fingerprint, right? But look at it. There's no swirls. I think that's the way we got to look at it. I think we got to get away from the straight across, locked up side to side, right? I think we got to understand that there are going to be variations in all of these beings, just like ours. So I think we got to get away from that. But the point is, I think the main point is, it is not a human fingerprint. It does not have the swirls. It doesn't, swirl out and wave down and all that. So hang on this one here. Let me get a different angle.
Do you have something to add, JJ, or?
Oh yeah.
No.
These are
Eating this up. This is good stuff.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, pal.
My Harry Potter wand. I heard that. Whatever the hell they say. Well, not much. What did I hit? Oh, I gotta be careful. I hit shit in my studio. But
Shazam.
But same thing, right? There is actually a little bit of a curl on these, right? But not as defined as yours. Now let's go back and look and see if we can find these crease lines, which I believe are finger crease lines, right? I believe these are finger crease lines, right? And Wojo proved it actually, because Wojo did it on a piece of tape the other night when I brought up that point, and we researched live on the air for you guys, and sure enough, that's what we believe it is those little crease lines right there. Pretty cool, right? Now this is research, and this ain't a podcast. We're researching, baby.
Very cool.
Let's go.
Very cool.
I love this shit. You don't see this nowhere else, trust me. Well, that's right, Jim. A shalabba babba ding dong. Sorry. All right, let's go. Let's do this. So there we go. All right, I'm going to go back and forth a little bit. because it is a background. I can't just pop it up next to it. So, yeah, so you see what I'm saying? Ours are a little bit more straight, but there is a variation as far as, all right, so let's go back to yours again. Right, you see that? So we got a little bit of a hook, not much, right? This one's a little sideways, yeah. So a little bit of a hook, but not much, man. So I think that's where we got to go, guys. I think that's where we got to go. We got to stay away from the swirls, but don't get caught up in the straight lines, because his has a little bit of a curve to it. Everybody agree with that? So you start up here, and you can see it curves a little bit like this. Right? Now, it all depends on whether the finger's the same way as well, right? Is it sideways, upright? You know what I mean? I think all that matters as well. So, but I think we're on to something, squad. My badass research squad.
Well, it's also on a door, Rich, where it's got, a little bit of a, maybe like a little curved, maybe like at a high point or something, but still, I mean, it's great. It's great to have the, this type of evidence here to share. And thank you, JJ, for that, because I mean, there's no swirls, nothing. It's just all going the same direction, and it's happening all over your car. Look at the size of that.
Look at that. Yeah, see, I think that's the same guy. Would you guys say that's the same guy? I mean, we're not doing forensics and definites, but would you guys agree that that would be the same one? I mean, I don't know the size either, but those prints look very, very similar.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Ben. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
JJ, I wonder, do you think it's...
Say again? Wait for it. JJ, say again?
Size of my thumb.
Oh, yeah. I can tell the size just by looking at that thing. That thing's ridiculous. That's.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Size.
Do you think it's the same guy?
Thank you, MS. Great to see you, pal.
I do.
I think that's the same guy, bro. Yeah. I think that's the same guy.
I think one of them is taking in on him, and he's, that close to his, touching his vehicle. I mean, it's,
Let's check out the wiener pic. Yeah, see. All right, so this is what I was talking about. With like, you see it here, guys? You see, like, it looks like little strands, like perhaps here. Like the other ones were, yeah, like the other ones were kind of defined, and I don't even see what kind. I'm trying to figure out the ridges on this. Same species, yeah. Oh, thank you, MS. Have a good night, brother. I appreciate that. I do think. Oh, knuckle. That's a good idea too. Probably knuckle, right?
It could be.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good way to go with it. That's pretty awesome. JT, God bless you, brother. God bless you. Thank you for coming by, man. Thank everybody for coming by. I think this is awesome, man. I'm blown away with this, brother. We gotta get together more, I think, and talk. Because these traits are very important to document from different groups and different areas. Because now you can say, now you can go to somebody and say, okay, well, what animal does that? Because I got data now that it consistently does that. A canine does this, a bobcat, a big cat does this. They all have different traits, the way they eat, the way they sleep. You know what I mean? There's similarities in them, So, and people say, oh, that's a mark of a so-and-so because they sit like this. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So that's that mainstream creature being, whatever you want to call it, trait that we're seeing. It's showing up in two different locations, about 100 miles apart. So, you got to try to document that as much as possible. So I think it's imperative that we talk more. You know what I mean? Would you agree? Wait for it.
I agree totally.
Good. All right, let me swing off the big wall.
JJ, it's funny, Benno, because I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like, all these fingerprints that are on your car, JJ. Do you remember what you had in your car? I mean, like, it seems like something was getting their attention to your car.
Wait for her.
I'm not sure. Could have been food.
Mm-hmm. It was all these prints at the same time, same place. Like, was it going around looking in each of the windows, or was it the same night you came out and found all these prints, or were they on different nights? Is Lori
different nights.
Yeah, so they were frequenting your property, man.
I would hear them. Yeah.
When you say when you hear them, what do you hear? Like the movement in the woods, like the snaps, or like is it like silent or loud?
Snaps, footsteps, and sometimes vocals.
That's badass. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Well, we got to get with him backstage so he can listen to that a little bit. We're about 8:30. So what an awesome episode, dude. Holy shit. That my mind's blown.
So JJ, where can people find you? And does
he want to
subscribe to JJ?
Yeah, but does he want to be found?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, Winsted Wildman Organization, it's Unknowns from the Woods.
I love that. Okay, Sam, you got all that?
Unknown from the Woods.
What the heck? Why didn't I have Winsted? It's called.
Yeah, Winsted Wildman.
Yes, Winsted Wildman. Yep.
I had the wrong one. All right. I'm looking about JJ Messenger. Let's see. Winsted. Sam's probably be a little quicker than me. Winsted Wildman. Oh. Well, hello. You're not a wild man. Oh, sorry. Oh, by the way, he's right near Andy.
Yeah.
Yep. True story.
We'll talk backstage.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I don't know if this is it or not. This is what's the Wildman? No. That's not it. Did Sam get the link by any chance? I didn't even know he had a link. He didn't. I don't think you didn't send that to me, right? The link. Wildman.
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I'm just looking for an out. Thanks. Well, Winsted Wildman Research Organization, right here.
Yep. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
And you click on it, and he's talking to Paul Frazier. That is great. Okay. I see you working over there, JJ. All right. So, yeah, Winsted, Winsted, Wildman Research Organization. Make sure you get over there and copy the link. There we go. I think I copied a link. I copied some link.
Unknown from the Woods. Tansy Elder, great to see you.
Tansy!
Yeah, you're all over it. I love it.
Who did it?
Yeah, Dihu, check that out. I saw one of his videos and it blew me away. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, Woj.
Well, JJ, thank you for being on here. Just wait. Don't go anywhere. Meet us backstage. And for all you guys out there, thank you so much for the questions and your critical thinking. Hey, Blazer, great to see you. So thank you for all being on here. And remember, Don't be lazy. Serve the Lord enthusiastically. Take care of each other. Take care of your neighbors. This is what we got here as a beautiful community. We take care of each other. We help each other out. Show with love. Thank you. Richie?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for this amazing episode tonight with JJ. Thank you, Mr. Ernie Davio, for bringing them to us. As usual, bro, you're a solid dude. JJ, you're part of the family now. I think I'm safe in extending an invite to you to our area. So I think I'm safe for that, and with Ernie's endorsement. So I'm not worried about that. So we'll talk, and we'll get your ass over here and get you on a live so you can say hi to everybody out in our woods. And see what you see. Maybe, a lot of similarities, apparently. That's crazy, man. Yeah, blew my mind, dude. Thank you so much.
Yep.
I just want to say you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and, of course, that YouTube thing. And right now, live on X, baby. Get over to X and follow us. Come on, let's go. I need more. Let's go. Let's go blow X up. All right, let's go.